If you are an electrician and you don't want to burn down people's house and you don't have these 5 basic tools, in fact, drop whatever you are doing now, go and learn tailoring. And number 5, the last one, is one of the most important things that you can ever think of. Number 1, plier. If you don't have plier as an electrician, you are not an electrician. In fact, just go and look for something else and do. Because if you don't have plier, how will you cut wires? How will you strip off some wire? How will you peel wire? How will you bind wire together? That is the work of plier. Before you can talk about advanced tools, you need plier to cut wire, bind wire together, and scrape cable. Alright. Number 2, screwdriver. If you don't have screwdriver as an electrician, star-head and flat, that is one of the most important thing or important tools. Star-head and flat. How will you tight your socket? How will you tight your switches? And anything tileable in electrical accessories, you use screwdriver to tight them. Number 3, this one is very small, tester. If you don't have tester and an electrician, how will you fix your switch? How will you test to know which one is live wire in your switch? Because if you are using 4-can switch, you have 4 cable inside that switch. 4 cable plus 1, which make it 5 cable. That means the 4 cable will control 4 light, and the 1 will be the supply, which is the live wire, and this one is coming from the control unit. So all the wire in that your switch will be red wire. If you don't use your tester, how will you identify which one is live wire? You want light to shock you, Abi? Stop whatever you are doing now. Go and get your tester if you don't have your tester. Now, number 4, testing lamp. You are an electrician. You don't have testing lamp. Even though you don't have the advanced one, you can get the one with lamp holder, wire, and put bulb. And when you are choosing bulb, you have to use 100 wax bulb. That yellow 100 wax bulb. Because that one indicates if the voltage is low and if the voltage is so high. Alright, 100 wax. If you don't use your testing lamp, how will you know that current is flowing in your socket? Because neutral can have issue, and you use tester and test it, it will indicate that there's live in the live wire. Meanwhile, it's tester. Meanwhile, it's neutral that was the issue. How will you identify if you don't use your testing lamp? Because when you test it, if it was the neutral that problem, the light will not on in your testing lamp. Your testing lamp will not indicate. Alright? So testing lamp is one of the important things. So that light no go shock you. So that light will not shock you. Testing lamp is one of the important tools you need to get as an electrician. Then number 5 as the last one, sellotape. You want light to shock your client, Abi? If you don't have sellotape, don't even think of going to electrical work, because that is one of the major tools that people don't even take it as important thing. Without you sellotaping any naked wire, your client can get shocked. Light can even shock you. So any exposed wire, any exposed conductor, you need to tape it properly to avoid short circuit or damage or light to shock your client. So as an electrician, you need these 5 basic tools. 1 is plier, 2 is screwdriver, 3 is tester, 4 is testing lamp, and 5 is sellotape. If you don't have these tools, just forget about it and go and learn tailoring.